Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast. And today we're going to be discussing the potential for severe weather over the next week or so and into portions of mid-December, as well as some of the snowfall totals we have seen across the Northeast. Let's get right into it. Now, one thing that I do want to dive into first is going to be snowfall, where we had pretty significant lake effect snow across portions of Ohio and into New York, and as well as that, some snow reports coming out of anywhere in the Northeast, as far north as Maine and as far south of portions as West Virginia. Let me show you. And so here we are on the National Weather Service map for snowfall reports. And this is all the reports that we have seen over the last 24 hours. We've seen a pretty good snowstorm the day before yesterday and yesterday coming out of Michigan. And you can see those snowfall totals anywhere from about 6 to 8 inches. And that shoots as far north into portions of near the Midland area, about 10 inches. So as this continued to move to the east, definitely some significant landfall snowfall through that area. But as we shift over towards the Cleveland area, this is one of the areas that has seen a pretty significant set for lake effect snowfall over the last few days. This report range, I think I can change it to be specific. Yeah, there we go. Over the last 36 hours, you can see all the snowfall report, the 72 hours, all the snowfall reports. It wasn't a ton of snowfall down here, but as you start getting up into this area into New York, that's where you start seeing more of those 9, 10, 11-inch snowfall reports. But if we just zoom out, just his whole area right here had a ton of snow. I know Erie, for its own self, got a lot of snow. And then as we continue up to the northeast, just you can see just how it's just been a ton of snow through this area. Once again, 6, 7, almost 14 inches being reported in the Vermont area. And then as we go up on north into Maine, you got about 10 inches, about 9 inches. It's kind of just really all over the place. It was a ton of snow, and that snow shot all the way down into portions of Knoxville and into portions of eastern Kentucky and all that. We don't have any active reports up here for where we've seen it over the last few days, but we definitely got a little bit of measurable snowfall. Now, if we are kind of zoomed out, what has been able to cause all the snow has been the major cold front, and it has been some Arctic air diving out of portions of Canada. We see this a pretty often during the winter, but all those reds, all those dark purples, that's cold air. And as of right now, some are sitting at about 10 or 11 degrees. Us in central Kentucky are sitting about 20 degrees right now, so this is very, very cold air. Um, as we continue this on, you can see that cold front will remain before it just gets blasted by some warmer air. About tomorrow morning is when the last bit of those 20 degrees will come through. And just like the Climate Prediction Center is predicting, towards the eastern and central U.S. are worse. So we still do see a few of those reds pop up. But for the most part, you're starting to get into the blues and the yellows. That's going to be those 30s, those 40s, which is thankfully helping it to warm up. And if we're looking at the CPC outlook, the Climate Prediction Center for temperatures, over the next 2 weeks or so, we are going to see a drastic increase in temperatures. We have a 60% chance of being above normal temperatures across portions of the Central Plains and into the Ohio Valley, but that lower chance stretches all the way into portions of Nevada and all the way up into Maine. So this is safe to say that a warm front is on the way, and we will see some warmer temperatures. And even as you get into weeks 3 and 4, that still remains. Warmer temperatures down south. That kind of shifts still more to the east instead of the west, but once again that still remains across portions of the eastern U.S. So I'm going to say that it's probably likely that snowfall will calm down a little bit across these areas. It's definitely still going to be cold. It's getting into winter time. This is just saying that it's going to be a bit more than average temperatures that we're seeing through this area. So definitely something to keep watching. This could help with severe weather, a bit of those warmer temperatures, which we're going to dive into here in a moment. But definitely something that I don't want to see personally. I love the cold. I love the snow. But we'll continue to see how this monitors and how this trends and see where to go from there. Now, I do want to hop on Pivotal Weather for a minute and show you guys what the possibility of our chance for severe weather will be. And as you can see, we do have a little bit of a trough kind of forming towards the 8th on this is going to be towards the Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas area. This is just able to spawn some severe storms, which let me go ahead and show you the outlook for that. Day 3, where we are seeing that little trough move through, it's going to be general thunderstorms across to the Tennessee and the lower Mississippi Valley into eastern Texas too. This should remain pretty minimal for severe weather, but a stronger storm or two could pop off. Could see a marginal risk in there for those stronger storms, but as of right now, it doesn't look anything too crazy, which is a good thing. But as we start shifting out further, that's where things start to look a bit more stronger. Now, Pivotal Weather and I think a few other models are predicting in another troughed area beginning to pick up across the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley. And I would say that the possibility for severe weather, if this continues, would be towards the Ohio Valley and some of the Mississippi Valley. This would probably be more of a lower state threat in my opinion, but still definitely possible for that severe weather across this area. This is about 126 hours out, so this still has time to change, but this is definitely something to keep an eye out. And you can see those yellows popping up as that trough kind of strengthens, so definitely something to pay attention to. And then as we continue this on, it predicts another trough towards portions of Oklahoma and Texas, and then that kind of shifts up off into the northeast. Once again, I'm just showing that. I'm not going to discuss this because this is almost 300 hours out. This is obviously going to change. But this upcoming trough here into the Central Plains, into the Ohio Valley, definitely something that I will be keeping an eye out on for severe weather here on YouTube and on X as well. So thank you guys for tuning in and choosing Skycast as your go-to weather. Things obviously have the ability to change, so we will continue to update here on YouTube and on X, so feel free to drop a follow on both of those. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.